everybody who isn't a sub, this is going to be about a 30-minute live that I do with the people who have subscribed. And you can see the agenda. You do not have to subscribe, okay? Nothing that I'm going to say here, I'm not going to say during the week. They just get a preview, okay? So please do not feel obligated to subscribe. But welcome in for the live preview. We will be live tomorrow morning, 6:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it will not be sub only, okay? It will not be sub only. I will never go sub only Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and when I do digital after dark. Okay? Good evening. I was about to say good morning. Good evening. I appreciate everybody sticking with me since I had to be off last Friday. I will also have to be off this Friday, but then after that, I should be good. Hey, CJ. I should say the ghost of. Oh, thank you for the gift. If you are a member of the team, hit the daily heart me. I appreciate it. One more minute, and then I'm just going to go ahead and get started. I just want people who are coming through to understand that subbing is not required. You're not going to miss anything. This is my way of showing appreciation to the people who have subscribed. They get a preview and they get the ability to talk to me directly about where we think we want to go in the future. And who we're going to feature tomorrow morning. So please don't feel left out. These last 4 days, guys, have been crazy. Oh, thank you, Wyoming. I mean, people who we haven't seen for a while have come back to show their face. We have the announcement from Mexican Homie. Lisa is saying she's going to rehab tomorrow. I mean, it's been a crazy few days. I'll be honest, Wednesday and Thursday, I didn't take a lot of notes because I wasn't feeling great. But I did pay attention, even though I wasn't supposed to. I promised to put my phone down, but that ain't gonna happen. So, you missed up Mexican Homie 1. Well, I'm going to talk a little bit about it tomorrow. It is on YouTube if you want to watch it for yourself. But based on what he said, that people went real life on him, which you guys know I detest, whether it's our side doing it or their side doing it or another awareness group doing it. I don't get down with that. I find there is enough happening just on the app. I have never felt the need to go real life on purpose. I just don't. Now, does somebody else who may have gone real life tell us something and it's relevant? Then yes. But for me personally, it's just how I don't choose to run my program. I can't tell anybody else how to run their platform the same way they can't tell me how to run mine. But what he said was that somebody went real life, and at this point, he feels like he needs to protect his family. Hey, Hope, hey. He feels like he needs to protect his family. And that's scary to me. Like, what do you mean you got to protect your family? Over stuff that happens on this app? Just doesn't... It blew my mind when he said it. And so they've decided to base... I'm calling it going dark. I think they probably didn't delete their accounts, but maybe disabled them. so that they could take the necessary break. I believe he said he would come back, but they needed this time. And I just feel bad because it doesn't ever have to be that serious. It just doesn't. Not for me anyway. So I feel bad about that. But I'm going to talk about it again tomorrow. And I'm hopefully going to have enough space so that if people want to come up and talk about it and talk about how they feel about it, they will have the opportunity to do so. Because I know it upset a lot of people. It upset me. I'm going to be honest. It's one thing to drag me. It's one thing to disagree with what I do or how I do it. All of that is fair game. Everybody has an opinion. I tell y'all that all the time. And everybody has a right to their opinion. They, especially in this country, you got a mouth, you have the right to your opinion. But to make somebody feel like they have to walk away for the safety of their family, 10 steps too far. 10 steps too far for me. And I'm praying that his family is safe and continues to be safe. And I mean that on both sides. I hope that the scammers are safe. I don't wish ill will on anybody. I just want them to stop taking advantage of people who don't know the truth. That's it. I don't want to see them homeless. I don't want to see them hungry. I don't want to see them in unsafe circumstances. I don't. Even people who don't like me, I don't want to see anything bad come to anybody. Because for what? What do I gain by seeing somebody else hurting and failing in life? I don't. Okay, so does anybody have any questions, suggestions, strategy? And you know what? Wait, before I'm going to do Dad first. Hold on. So Dad is going to be the 17th of May. And I believe that it was on Wednesday that we started to talk about what we would do on Dad. And where we landed was that my goal is to speak to and to invite up what I call scammer experts. These are people who have been around long enough. They may know the character from the beginning. They may have done a deep dive on the person, and so they know a great deal about the background. And so in Rissa's case, we're going to use Theron. And she's already agreed to come to it. And I'm going to give everybody like 10 to 15 minutes to talk about their person. I think that would be good, especially for new people who have come, who may be unfamiliar, to learn some of the history. And I'll give you an example why. A little while ago, I was in it was Josh's live, but the account is Josh and Ida. And he was trying to rewrite history and say that them quitting their jobs to do content creation was just a joke, that it was just clickbait. But if it was just clickbait, why were you begging for all your bills to get paid? See, without that perspective, he sounds like, he was like, I want to collaborate with people's accounts so that I can help them build and they can help me build. Sounds great, right? But without the history, you miss the fact that I wouldn't trust that with my own $10. What you mean you want to help other people's accounts out? As of when? Or are you hoping to build off of other people's platforms? by linking up with them, and then, oh, well, come follow us and blah blah blah. You didn't quit your job to do this full time. You didn't get them to pay. And the thing said today, we're looking for a new car. How are you any different than you were 6 months ago? You've just changed your tactic a little bit. Now y'all are playing games, but this is the thing. Why are you play them on Twitch? That's where most gamers, they don't make Facebook their first gamer platform. But that's where they have the most support, so that's where they're doing it. So again, I am looking for people who can come in and bring context to some of what these scammers have done. I say all of that to say, if you know any, what I would call experts on any person that either I've discussed or I haven't discussed, please send them to me or let them know that I'm looking for that and to expect a message from me. Does everybody understand what I'm trying to say, what I'm trying to get at? Thank you, Bella, for the gifts. Thank you all for the gifts. You know they are not mandatory. You understand what I'm trying to say? Okay. So if you know any of the experts, the people who have done the deep diving, like I know I probably will talk to Scammy Claus and what's her name? Texas Tiff about Sean. I don't know. I know the both of them have chosen to step away, but maybe they will, maybe they won't. We'll see what happens. But that's the goal, okay? And so that's what I want to do on the 17th, at least for an hour and a half. I'll do like a weekly recap of everybody we talked about during the week and where they are, and then I want to turn and shift right into this. That way, I think it will help people who are new to the community and even give the rest of us context. For the people who have been, like Chef Carl, he been around before I came. Lisa was around before I came. There were a lot of scammers around before I came. Even the one that just came back. I can't think of her name. Miss Ashy Cat. Truth About You does Jalen. Okay, do me a favor. Send that to me as a DM. I'll write it down. Wait, do I have a pen? I bought 300 pens so that I would always be able to find one. Okay. Truth About You, Jalen. Okay. Perfect. 300. Yes. I bought 300 pens. I like a medium-sized pen to write. I could borrow. So, I have pens everywhere. And they're for only one purpose. And that is wherever I am, I can pick up the notebook and start taking notes. Okay, so everybody understands Dad. Oh, I can buy CJ's crayons. No, CJ has those crayons specially for Kim. He's been cheating. He's been cheating. By the way, and I am gonna say this tomorrow, but I decided to look back because Kim's eviction hearing is the 17th, which is next at two Wednesdays away, I believe. At that point, she will owe a minimum of $4,890 when she walks into that courtroom. Almost $4,900. And that's if they don't keep carrying over the late fees. Because the late fees for December was $10 by January 1st. I don't know if they only charge the $10 and then it's $10 the next month, or if come January 1st, the late from December keeps accumulating. That's why I said at a minimum $4,890. It's May 15th. It's May 15th. So it's a couple of weeks away. It's definitely not March. We passed March. But she's been able to get it pushed out 3 or 4 times now, something like that. But the only way she's going to stay off of $5,000 is if she comes up with the entire amount. I don't think she could, because that's a lot of money to owe. Or if, because she wasn't getting as much money, she gets a new review and the amount of her rent goes down. But even still, she will still owe them this $4,800, $4,900. Period. Okay. Let's go back. Now. Oh, of course not. She's been spending the money. Because this is the thing. This is the part I don't understand. You're not paying your rent. There's the allegation that you weren't paying your electric bill. And you're still going to the food pantry every day. You're still begging, well, you were begging people for money behind the scenes. But then on Snapchat, you're posting yourself eating out. Girl, pick a lane. Pick a lane. So, does anybody have any questions, suggestions, or strategy? Anything you'd like me to cover? Anybody you'd like me to cover that I haven't? Unless, like, I will not cover Lori. You know what, CJ? What's your question? I can only imagine. You make me laugh as soon as I see you say something. What's up? You gonna come up? Whatever you cook, sir. You already know that's how we roll around here. Whatever you cook, I'll eat. Oh, I have a question for you guys. How are you finding the private chat line? Yes, Linda, I can't do Lori. I cannot. How are you guys finding the... I love when I come back in and I see that you guys have been sharing stuff with each other. Yeah, even sometimes I see, oh, somebody's live. And I go right in from there. You don't see me a lot in there because digital has been blocked from everybody. Just about. Oh, you had sushi? Nice. And so that's why you don't see me in there very often. I will pop in and pop right back out. Because in order for me to see them, I can't use the digital account. Digital, as soon as I go in. If the person doesn't know me, the mod knows me. And the mod is like, get them out of here. So that's the only reason why you don't see me a lot. But I go in, I look. You feel like an important person? Disturbed one, you are an important person. What do you mean? Good, I'm glad. There are a few people on here who can't be in the chat, whatever region they're in, and I think Canada might be one of them. I can't add them to a group chat, which doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. But always remember, there is that sub-only space where you do your subscription. So if there's a message, if you're looking for something, look there. I also want to remind you that if you don't see me live by 6:40, Go to my account because there will be a poster of some kind. If you see nothing, give me another 10 minutes. But I have been trying to pre-post the calendar so that people do not set an alarm clock for 6:30 a.m. or 3:30 a.m. and then get up and realize I'm not there. So always check that if you don't see me by a certain time. You could always also harass CJ. Just get him started early in the morning and ask him where is she. He'll tell you. Are there any other questions? You always check for CJ. That's the best thing to do. He could probably tell you before my account could tell you. Oh, Mama Bear, thank you for the subscription, but it's not necessary. There's nothing you're gonna hear. There's nothing you're gonna hear that you won't hear during the week. But I appreciate it. I appreciate the support. Here that you won't hear during the week, but I appreciate it. I appreciate the support. Here that you. Okay.
All right, for all the Canadian folks or other people that can't get into the private chats, there is a subscription. There is a chat in the subscription page. You go to the subscription page, hit space, then you'll see a little enter box. Hit that. It's also a chat.
Yes, you know that better than me.
And if anybody's wondering, if you see the ghost of CJ in a lot of these accounts and has no picture on there, yes, that is me. But if you see the one with my picture on it, I will not be chatting there. I keep them on my main to find out when they're there. Then I go to my 1 or 3 or 4 devices that has the Ghost of CJ on there. And there is one, Sarah Ander and Olivia Hall. They were so mad yesterday and today because I would click 3 devices at one time and enter a room. And only one time would it pop up. And they would block me, and I say, it did no good. Not even 2 seconds later, it did no good. And finally, Sarah just said, you know what? Just stop blocking him. It does no good. Well, then her husband was on today. He was sitting behind the wheel of a car, and they were doing their little thing. So I went over to his account, and he says, oh, the ghost of CJ. And not 2 minutes later, says, I just got a violation. I got to restart. Yeah, driving while streaming, live streaming. Even though he was sitting perfectly still, he showed that steering wheel, and that shows intent.
You know what, CJ might be good for? Oh no, not next Sunday, but the Sunday after. It
Wait
might
a
be
minute now.
good.
Hold
Remember
on.
when you were giving us the lesson on how to have multiple accounts on multiple devices?
Wait a minute now. You're talking Sunday the 11th?
No, I'm
Oh,
talking
no, no. Okay. You said not next Sunday, the Sunday after that. Okay.
the Sunday
Yeah,
after that. I
that'll
know
be
when
that'll be the day after Dad's because
yeah,
on the ninth, the 10th, the 11th, I will not be available. I probably
correct.
most likely will be turning my phones off, and then we'll see what the rest of the week brings.
Right. Correct.
Right. I didn't notice it when I scheduled my surgery that the 11th is Mother's Day.
Oh, it is. Well, you better have my gift
Yep.
ready, sir. It better already be ready.
White Sox has got it hidden well.
White Fox said, "Don't put me."
There was something else I was going to bring up too.
White Fox said, "Don't put me."
There was something else I was going to bring up too. Oh, Olivia Hall. I don't know if you've been watching Digital.
I
She
have.
claims that she was going to call her new landlord at 2 o'clock today to see about moving into her place a
Tomorrow.
week early.
Yep.
She
She was
hasn't signed
supposed
the
to be
lease,
on the third.
right? And well, then something happened, and she says a week from yesterday, he was going to let her move in, but she hasn't made her first month or last month, nothing, no payments whatsoever. And she was begging hard for $15.
For what?
She says, "Who's going to jump on a $15 money train for her room for today?" Checkout was at 11 o'clock, and
She was
by
still
one
there
o'clock is
way
when
past 11. But wait. Save
I
this for
noticed.
tomorrow. Save this for tomorrow.
Okay.
Save this for tomorrow because I have a lot to say about her and I don't want to get started now because we have a few minutes left. So, oh yeah, we have a lot. Did you see I sent you the oh, I'll put it up here.
The lineup for it? Yeah, because I haven't seen the lineup yet.
Oh, I
I've
thought
been
I
too
sent it to
busy
you
with,
already.
I don't know what it is today. It's like somebody just woke up and said, you know, it's Super
Everybody's
Cash
on the
Sunday,
line.
and everybody was coming out of the
Right.
woodworks today.
Everybody's on the
I mean, there
line.
were some ones that I haven't seen in months,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know if
So
anybody watched Carl's live last night. I did not see it
I
because I
did.
was in another live and we were talking about another certain creator. Well, her mods and her supporters come over and thought they were going to rile us up by and having us block them and this and that. Well, that didn't happen, and that made him even more mad. But I watched somebody posted it, and I think he's like Erica. He's getting real delusional because of
Mm-hmm.
the surgery he's going to need after his knee replacement.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see that? Did you see that?
Mm-hmm. I watched it. That's why he's on
I
here.
thought it was. I thought it was hilarious.
Yep.
No, no, I'm talking about after the knee replacement, not during or not the knee replacement. He claims he's going to need another surgery right after he heals from the knee replacement.
For what?
He's got to get something reduced. He claims that he has to buy pants with three legs in them.
Save that for
Disturb
tomorrow.
one, disturb one. If I am lying, put a 17 in the box. If I'm not lying, put a thumbs up. Because she was the one that told me about it. But like I said, I was
Yes.
in another live
Yes.
last night.
Save it for tomorrow. Save it for tomorrow.
And it's
I
halfway through
yes,
the
I caught
video.
it all. The other thing I'm gonna stop doing, I'm going to stop letting people come up during my commentary. They're gonna have to come up after because it throws
Yeah.
me off. Because they're like, "Oh, did you see such and such?" And now, if that wasn't where I was going next, it throws me off. So no more. I'm not letting anybody up. This is to the mods too. I'm not letting anybody up in the middle of my commentary. Just not
I'm
gonna
not
do
allowed to
it.
crack jokes, and I'm not allowed to crack jokes during the live because that throws her off too.
Yes, that does, but it's okay, CJ. You get a pass
No, it's not.
for that.
No, what's fair for one is or what's fair for all is fair for one. All right,
uh,
folks, I'm dropping.
okay. Thank you. One of the guests talks too long. Yeah, I'm going. I'm going to try to curtail it because it throws me off, and then I'm like, well, did I say it or did I not say it? Or so no more of that. So this is the lineup for tomorrow. Chef Carl, Lisa, Detroit Nike, Maggie, Miss Hershey, Fatty, which some of you may not know. Olivia Hall, Gabby, because what she did the last couple of days, I'm talking about her, and she's not beggar scammer. She's on the liar side, and then Bree, because she pulled another one out the bag that I thought was hilarious. There are plenty others to talk about. Do not get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. But I have to pick 9, and so I picked the 9 I want to talk about. But there has been much more going on. That's funny. It just said invite Annie Mercon to co-host. That would be hilarious. So the final thing I'm gonna say is you can probably hear that I have a list now. I had some dental surgery. I have more to come. So I'm going to have this list for a little while. So just bear with me. It's gonna be a minute, okay? And I was like, oh, they're gonna think that something. That's what happened. I had dental surgery last week. I have on Wednesday, which is why I didn't go live Friday. And I have more dental surgery this Thursday, which is why I won't be live Friday. So that's going to be the schedule. Tonight, Monday, Wednesday, nothing on Friday. I'll be back on Sunday. We'll do Sunday, Monday. Depending on how many scammers there are, I'll do Friday. And then we have Saturday night, the dad. Oh, thank you. It's a cute list. Trust me, it didn't feel cute. I didn't want to talk at all once I realized. I actually went through the alphabet and there are 7 letters that the list comes out. And of course, it seems like every other word I say is an S. And that's the hardest one. White Sox, please don't start. You won't be able to talk for a week? CJ, I have a bet on that you'll be talking in 24 hours. A week? Yeah, right. 24 hours. Yeah, White Sox likes to try to get Kira when I'm not paying attention. When he does it at 3 in the morning, though, that is between too far. Oh, and I believe that this month I have settled on the I can't think of it. I'll tell you guys tomorrow. I figured out the charity that I'm gonna give the money to this month. They said White Sox behave. He just rolls his eyes. He's not paying attention. He's not listening. Thank you guys for coming in. I appreciate it. Mama Bear. Yeah, Mama Bear, you'll be getting an invitation to our private chat. You'll be in private chat number 2 because private chat number 1 is full. So be on the lookout for that. And also, go invest, all of you, if you haven't done it already, go to where you have your subscriber information and go play around with it so that you can see that there's a chat in there as well. So if anything were to ever happen and somehow the private chats aren't working, whatever I need to say will be there as well. So the OGs. Okay, everybody, thank you for coming. Hug your loved ones because tomorrow isn't promised. And make sure you give yourself 15 minutes of care. Self-care. Even if you just have to go in the bathroom and close the door. For some parents especially, the only time you get a break is when you go in the bathroom. So go in the bathroom and get your break. And I'm going to add from the chat. Thank you. Okay, perfect. And I'm going to add you to the other chat in a minute as soon as we get off. I'm adding something new to tomorrow as well. Y'all will know as soon as I start doing it. You go in the closet, listen, wherever you have to go to give yourself, and if you can't give yourself 15, start with 3 minutes. Start with 3 minutes. What do they say? Every marathon is won by the first step. You gotta take 3 minutes. Set a timer, and no matter what's happening, give, obviously, unless something is like serious, give yourself those 3 minutes. If you work and when you come home, park the next street over and sit for 3 minutes. Just decompress so that when you walk into your next job, you've had a break. I have been watching Maggie. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. That's why she on the list. And I'm sure a lot of people are going to have a lot to say tomorrow. You go for a drive? Yeah. Whatever it is you got to do, however it is, give yourself some time to just either reflect, decompress, listen to some music, anything. Because what do I always say? You can't be there for anybody else if you are not there for yourself. Okay, guys. I will see you tomorrow morning. Set your alarm clocks. I'll be there. They were in it together in Vegas? Oh, yeah, of course. Of course. Maggie knew she could get that money replaced real quick. And then when it settled down, all of a sudden she got the money. And when people were asking for their money back, she was like, no. But anyway, I'm going this time. I'll see everybody tomorrow morning. Thank you. Thank you.